only time you guys ever see Phil kind of doing what he was trained to do.
I'm not at home.
Make a mess of it.
Don't show me wife, she'll tell me all the PowerPoints that need to be installed.
Well, there was two she wanted about 2 years ago. Have you fitted them yet?
10 years ago.
10 years ago, was it? Have they been done?
Oh, some of them.
Some of them. Still working on it.
Can't rush it.
Well, good morning everybody. We are back at the development block. And yeah, things are looking pretty good, but we do have a little bit of excitement. We've got the silos going up. So it couldn't come out last week, it was too wet, but it's all dried out. And yeah, so they're all in it. So they got that tower thing in the middle that they slowly work their way up and do a ring at a time. And yeah, it's looking really good, bolting it all together. So that'll be a bit exciting. We'll have another 2 silos ready for harvest time. So what's currently happening, actually, well, I wasn't going to say anything, but there is this Wednesday, I can't remember the date, but what is it, the 16th or no, so it's the 11th of July, and tomorrow night is in Australia. There is a rugby league game on State of Origin, and most people like to watch it, and our silo builders are no different. And they are currently actually staying in and around the little donga that we've got here, and I think one of them's staying in the truck, and one of them's, so they're just spread out a bit. But what we're going to do is mount a TV and TV aerial onto that today, probably. Something it's not needed, but it's we've got a couple of spare TVs, a couple of this, that and the other, so yeah, it shouldn't take too long and get that up and sorted for them. We like to look after people that come and work or do work for us, so it's that'll be good. Other than that, today I think there's just going to be a bit of tidying up. We couldn't actually tidy that much up the other day I was here because it was a bit too wet, and yeah, moving the forklift in and around here was just going to be a bit of a nightmare and make a bit of a mess. So yeah, hopefully we can get the down pipes all in and connected to the tank so we don't have a wet mess here all the time. But yes, we're not 100% sure when that's going to happen. So anyway, there'll just be a bit of that happening today, a bit of fiddling around and tidying up. I've got a heap of I'm just doing a lot of random driving around here. I think Josiah's going to be a bit confused what I'm doing. He shouldn't be by now though. But yeah, in the grain shed here, the old grain shed, there's a little bit of pallet racking down the back there with tools and all that on it, so we're probably going to try and clean that out and yeah, put that over on the big shed there somewhere. Also at some point, all this sort of leftover rubbish from the shed and all of that is all going to get tidied up, and that way we can continue just doing the cleaning up that we've done. I've actually done Phil and Josiah did a bit for a couple of days, and then Josiah and I did a bit yesterday. Didn't film any of it, but yeah, it was just the real fiddly annoying little just bits and pieces of tidying up the main farm, all out the back where there was just pallets of stuff. So we've put up a little bit more pallet racking there along that back wall, and it's all good. Maybe if I'm back up there before this video is finished, I'll show you that. So it's looking a bit nicer now. We've just got to try and keep it that way. So anyway, we'll see what we get up to here. Watching these guys put the silos up, it's pretty interesting. It obviously they have to go start from the top, and that thing in the middle there, they can just jack that up and then they go around, do a ring, lift it up, go around, do another ring. So I don't really need to get too close because it's just a lot of rattle guns rattling away and a bit noisy, but it's interesting to watch anyway. They've only got one more ring to do and then it's the base. So yeah, anyway, interesting to watch. Now I will run you through a little bit what we're doing here. They've got all their gear in there, so I'll try and be a little discreet. Phil's just organising bits and pieces on the phone. But what we've done here is, yeah, got the TV mounted. Now the only bracket we had was for a bigger TV, so it's not a perfect fit, kind of matches the rest of the place, but yes, that's all mounted up, and Phil is currently just running the cables through and yeah, down and through the wall. We're probably going to go like here or something, might get another power point and a coax, or yeah, or that might be another day. Maybe just for today we'll make that one a double power point, or yeah, anyway, we might use double adapters.
Trying to put a power point below the TV.
So we are going to do that.
Get my wife to get some parts at
yes.
home,
So Phil's currently explaining on the phone where he's got his parts. So
have you told them why we're putting the TV?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, yep. Looking after our workers.
They're Queenslanders, and I think
they are Queenslanders.
Yeah, they just want to rub it in.
Should we turn the aerial? They've
already won the series. So
should we turn the aerial the other way? No. Yes. So that is hopefully going to work. Phil forgot the power cable for the TV, so that's got to come down. Dad's going to bring that down. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. So coming around the back, Phil's got the cable going in the side there. You might be able to just see in there, and we've got a we call them a hockey stick, but it's the little brackets that you screw into the side, and they look like a hockey stick, I guess. And then we can mount the aerial to that. Originally we were just gonna put some bunny ears or rabbit ears on, but we figure this is gonna be here for a while, so it'll yeah, nice little getaway. So that is what's gonna happen. We'll just screw that up there and put the aerial on. Dad should be bringing that all down very soon. Only time you guys ever see Phil kind of doing what he was trained to do.
I'm not at home.
Make a mess of it.
Don't show me wife. She'll tell me all the power points that need to be installed.
Well, there was two she wanted about 2 years ago. Have you fitted them yet?
10 years ago.
10 years ago, was it? Have they been done?
Oh, some of them.
Some of them. Still working on it.
Can't rush it.
Well, we're all done. The job is done. So we've got the aerial up there, hopefully facing the right way. And yeah, apparently it's a new and improved aerial design, or antenna design, so it yeah, I think it's going to work well. Well, it seems to work, at least, anyway. So we got it all mounted. I just vacuumed in here, so I better take my boots off. So got that all there. Obviously, like I said, the bracket was a bit too big for this TV, but so put another dual power point in there. Phil did that, and we've got the aerial in, goes up there, so it's all nice and hidden. So it's yeah, good to go. See what channel it'll come up with.
Head and shoulders.
And add. Anyway, it works. So that's it. Might go and have a bit of a look at these silos as I drive past. I don't really want to interrupt what's going on there, but it looks like they've got that last sheet on there and ready to start on the legs, I reckon. Well, good morning, guys. We're here at the development block again. Yesterday it looks like yeah, the guys here did a fair bit of tidying up and organising and that sort of thing, so I've got sort of has been just a case of drop and run with a lot of stuff here, just time, you know, we're always in a hurry to do stuff. So when you get stuff, you just drop it down wherever you can and go. And yeah, so we are trying to get a bit more organised here. So yeah, we've got different oils on different pallets there, so that can either go on some pallet racking. We do have this pallet racking here that we've had for quite a while, sitting or just in storage. So yeah, this stuff will be good for benches with the height of that. So yeah, that is gonna be a job for us to do. But yeah, we do have our old bandsaw down here now. That was, yeah, we got the new one obviously for up at the main farm, and we brought this one down here. It still works, it's just, you know, it's 20-year-old, that machine or whatever, so it just doesn't quite cut 100% straight or whatever, but it is still a handy yeah, thing if you need to cut a big length of steel. Yeah, it still does a good enough job. The biggest thing that's been done is just a general tidy up around here near the old grain shed. There was bits of tin and that left over from the shed, and also the tanks that went in. So yeah, that's been tidied up a lot. And then we've got all our just, yeah, bits that need to be put somewhere. Things like, we've got all the grizzly parts for the offsets down here. There's some drag chains I think we're still in the process of making up for the cultivator points. Yeah, just all that. So we yeah, this is pretty well cleaned out now, and we will yeah, have to sort out these shelves here and use that pallet racking probably in the other shed. And the guys are still working away at the silos. The other silos are in the road there now, but they've got them all up. I think they're just putting the cone in on the 2 new ones, so they're working their way around there. Righto. I actually kind of just got told to come down here, and I didn't get told what I had to do, so I kind of don't want to start shifting stuff around, because no doubt I'll have a different idea to what the plan was yesterday. So we'll I might make a few phone calls and see what I'm doing. Well, I just got my marching orders from Phil. The plan is to put this pallet racking, which has got those short uprights, probably start here and work our way to the corner, and then maybe a little bit in this over here. So anyway, I'm going to start doing that, I reckon. Well, things have been a little slow here. We've, well, Josiah's come to help me, which is good, but we have found that, like, because we just got that pallet of pallet racking, so there's that pile of it, there's 3 different types that we didn't realise weren't interchangeable, so we're making them interchangeable. So I've got these shelves here, which we don't have the uprights for, but what I have to do is modify these tags. So that's what they usually look like. And then over here, this is what I've had to do. Just cut them down a bit smaller, and they will at least clip in, like here. They'll at least clip in, and then we can just yeah, run a quick weld on this. So we're not, because these are going to be workbenches, we're not going to want to have them jumping around and moving, so we probably will tack weld them, and then yeah, put a bit of metal over the top to yeah, make them a nice solid workbench. So that's the plan. I was just going through and adjusting the braces so they're all the same, and yeah, then we're just going to keep working away. So I'll update you a bit later when things are progressing a bit quicker. Well, we've made a bit of progress here modifying. We've still just got to lop off the front bit here. We ended up putting another bit of pallet racking on the back, and that'll make it easier when we want to put something to stop all our bits and pieces from rolling off the other edge. So yeah, that'll just make that a bit easier, and it just strengthen it up a little bit. So yeah, it's all pretty solid. We will go through and probably just put a tack weld on a lot of this, and then yeah, whatever we cover it with, whether it's probably steel or something like that, or maybe even a bit of wood with a bit of sheet metal over it. Yeah, that'll all be nice and sturdy, and then we'll probably like dynabolt it or anchor it to the concrete here, and that will, yeah, well, it shouldn't move, which will be good. Yeah, it's just a couple of little things that we're not sure exactly what we're going to do. This big beam here, yeah, it'd be great to sort of have the bench back further than that, but then we'd have to muck around cutting stuff out here, or yeah, just it'll be a bit of a pain. So we might just butt it up to that for the minute, and yeah, it's just going to be a pain with the PowerPoint. But yeah, Phil said maybe, just maybe, he might have to yeah, start doing a bit more of his electrical. That's his trade, and yeah, we might be able to move the PowerPoint somewhere else. So that would solve that problem. But anyway, it's for the minute, I think we're pretty well done this. It's probably a bit of a boring video, this one, but I do try and just give a snapshot of whatever it is we're doing, and this is what we've been doing for a few days, so it is what it is. There'll probably come a time, yeah, there'll be a bit of spraying to do and that sort of thing, but the dozers will be back in action at some point. The trouble is now that we've got a crop in most of the places, we're a bit limited in what we can do, but there are waterways we can fill in and that don't have crop on them. So yeah, we will be probably, yeah, a bit of dozer work will be coming again, so don't worry about that. So anyway, we'll just keep chugging along here. I don't know how far I'll get today. It's after all this just mucking around and that, it nearly is the end of the day, so we'll just see how much more we get done in the next hour or so. I mistimed that, I'm still eating. Right, well, back update time. I've got, actually Johnny's popped over for a bit of a visit. Phil's trying to run me over here. Yes, so Johnny's actually popped down for a quick visit. He's been cooped up for a for a little while. So what was it? A shoulder, your tendon off the bone.
Yeah.
A couple of years. Yeah, a couple of years ago. So he's had an operation for that. So he's on very light duties. So we'll just make sure not to get any footage of him working on camera, so he doesn't get in trouble. So anyway, yeah. So a bit of an update. We've basically got this positioned where we think we're going to want it. This little bit of racking is just from the other shed where all the tools were. It fits in here nice. We can still get to the PowerPoint up there. Yeah, so all this in this little bit of a shuttle that's been cut up here is everything that was on that rack. So we've got all just odd bits of tools, and yeah, it's a bit of a mess. But anyway, we've got the welding bench over there. Actually, I didn't mention it, but yesterday, yeah, the guys brought down the mag drill and bolted the vise to that. So yeah, it's not very easy to move this one. She's pretty solid. Yeah, toolbox is here, so we're just trying to figure out the best layout. I'm sure that we'll regret things, but just as a basic, just to start with, I guess. But we're going to head over to the grain shed and probably just get a start on the pallet racking over there, and we'll just see how far we get. Well guys, kind of didn't film much. I got a bit distracted, but it's just hard doing all this work by myself. No, I didn't do that much actually. Yeah, so Phil and Josiah have been here with me, yeah, sorting all the stuff that just collects in here. So there's a big line of stuff there. And yeah, we've been doing a bit of levelling. We've got a bit of pallet racking started to come up. We might just go one more. We've just got to get another upright, and yeah, we'll have a fair bit more storage space here. So
we didn't get that concrete shed that we wanted. It's over there.
What's that?
The concrete. We wanted concrete here, but
Yes.
we
The
don't-
budget didn't allow concrete in this shed.
It's well and truly laid, so we can't have concrete.
So we're just working the dust. But yeah, so it'll probably end up being more of the just stuff that you might use once a year, or just spare parts that you're not using often. We can stack them all up here, and then in the other shed we'll probably use more of the consumables like filters and that sort of thing. So yeah, I think it's coming along quite nicely. The silos, I think they just got the base of one more to do tomorrow, and they should be done. Well, we have some completed silos, so they're looking very nice. 4 of them looks a lot better than 2. The long-term plan was to kind of have, just sort of keep going along, but we're going to have to, I don't know how many years it's going to be before that can happen, but 4 is really good. So they should be pretty much all the same as the other ones, I think. But yeah, we've obviously got them to have the 2 joined together, like they're in pairs, so they don't have to climb up each individual silo to check it or do whatever up there. You can just walk between the 2 with the platform. So yeah, that'll save some climbing up and down at least, but it is looking really good. Well, we'll probably leave the video there for the minute, guys. So if you enjoyed it, just remember to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll catch you in the next one.